Thank you for your participation in my research study. In this section, we will learn how to navigate and utilize the ESE accommodations, as well as how to use the ESE accommodations checkbox in the digital instructional planner. So here you see many website links. Let's click the first link, and you'll notice that takes us to the Florida Department of Education Bureau of Exceptional Education Student Services website. Let's scroll down to the accommodation section, and you'll see here several links to various PDF booklets. All these links are represented identically on the ESE accommodations wiki page. So you'll see guides to accommodations for computer-based testing. You'll see accommodations and modifications for students with disabilities in career education and adult general education. But here's the one that we're going to focus on. Accommodations assisting students with disabilities. So let's click that booklet. The accommodations book, assisting students with disabilities. Let's scroll down to the table of contents. So here's the table of contents. It starts with the introduction and then section 1, accommodations, the key to success, the federal and state requirements, online resources, what are the eligibilities for accommodations, and accommodations for English language learners. Let's click that and scroll down and look at this paragraph, impact of accommodations. Accommodations do not reduce learning expectations. Let's read that again. Accommodations do not reduce learning expectations. When a change to the instruction or assessment activities lowers the expectations for student learning, it is considered a modification. The phrase curriculum modification is sometimes used to emphasize the impact on learning expectations. For example, an elementary student who learns how to spell 5 words each week instead of the 25 words assigned to his peers is a modified expectation for learning. The outcomes for learning are substantially reduced, and it gives some more examples of what modifications are. Okay, now we're back at the table of contents, section 2, the types of accommodations. Let's go ahead and click that. Section 2, types of accommodations. You'll see here there are 4 main types. Presentation, how the student will access the information. Response, how the student will demonstrate competence. Setting, where the student will be instructed and assessed. Scheduling, where the student will be instructed and assessed. Presentation accommodations gives a brief explanation and what they include. Specialized presentation formats. There are visual formats, which can be large print, sign language interpreters, video recordings, tactile formats, which include Braille, refreshable Braille, tactile graphic images, real objects. There are also auditory formats, such as recorded books, recording for the blind and dyslexic, or a text-to-speech screen reader. There are presentation supports. Presentation supports include magnification equipment, minimize visual distraction, colored overlays, and more. Word recognition is also included, leveled books, digital text, repeated reading, comprehension supports, advanced organizers, highlighting, digital text, listening accommodations, advanced organizers, note-taking assistance, following directions, and samples of response accommodations, alternate response modes, scribes, word prediction software, voice recorders, sign language, augmentative and alternative communication devices. There are response supports such as handwriting, pencils, pencil grips, slant boards, written expression, access to dictionaries and thesaurus, individualized spelling list, graphic organizers, oral expression, increased wait time, mathematics supports, calculation devices, a chart of math facts, visual representation. Setting accommodations can include accessibility, increasing physical access, preferential seating, acoustical treatments, behavior management, class rules and expectations clearly identified, alternative activities, organization of space and materials, compartmentalized containers, diagrams, checklists, specialized binders, scheduling accommodations, increasing the length of time allowed or changes in the way time is organized for activities, time management. Now let's look at the digital instructional planner. Here is the digital instructional planner. Let's scroll down to the ESE accommodations section. You'll see here corresponds exactly to the accommodations manual. 1. Presentation, how the student will access information. 2. Response, how the student will demonstrate competence and the sections within that area. 3. Setting, where the student will be instructed and assessed and the sections beneath there. And 4. Scheduling, when the student will be instructed and assessed and the sections below that area in the text in the accommodations manual. Once again, thank you for your participation in my research study.